I may cut off a little more lace. Those baby hairs are not doing what I need them to do. Using my extra melt spray. This is an ultimate hair spray. Right across like this. Move it down.
Hey guys, it's Weezy, the sexy grandma 2K, and long time no see. You guys, I have missed you so much. I'm so happy to be back. I'm going to be sharing a little bit of my where have I been, how life's been kind of kicking my butt, blah, 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 blah. But you guys kind of caught me at the beginning. I was literally having you all, I don't know if you guys have a smoothie king around you, but they have this new smoothie this summer, and it's called watermelon hydration, and that's what you call me drinking. When I tell y'all that smoothie is everything, it's just so refreshing. My husband got up this morning. It's a good day. He's feeling great, and he great. He's feeling, it's a good day. So he's feeling much better than he's been feeling. But he even, y'all, took his car to the car wash. I'm going to share more with y'all about why that's a big deal. He got up, wanted a smoothie, and, you know, normally I hop up and I do everything and I try to keep everything simple and easy for him. But I was like, let him be, you know, do what he needs to do. And get out and move his body and, you know, his muscles and all of that. So I was like, he asked me if I wanted a smoothie, and I didn't. But I was like, sure, babe, because I knew he was going to go get up and go if I wanted one for sure. And so he's like, okay, I'm going to run up here and get us some smoothies. And y'all, I'm just telling y'all, I tried that smoothie for the first time, like maybe a week or so ago. And I've had that, I've been drinking that smoothie, baby, like it's water. It is just so good. It's so good. Watermelon hydration at Smoothie King. You can thank me later. I just feel like my brain is so all over the place. I got so much I want to share with you all. The one thing that I do want to share is this wig that I have on. Let me stand up for you guys. Okay, let me be transparent. This wig, I am loving this wig. I'm going to show y'all some footage of when I first got her, installed her right out of the box. This wig is, my grandbaby waving at me. This wig is probably, what, maybe 12 days old now. I have been literally wearing this every day, been wearing it to work. Yes, I done slept in it multiple times. Y'all know I do that. So if you don't sleep in yours, that's fine, sis. That's fine. Do what you do. But I have to keep it nice and simple for me and for work. I try to lay my wigs down the night before so that I'm not fighting with a wig at 4 in the morning. So this wig been through some things with me over the last almost 2 weeks now, but I have cut her. So there's that. I decided that what I was going to do today was show you this wig again in a different color. So without it being cut and everything, I wore this wig to my best friend's 60th birthday party. I got so many compliments on it. Everywhere I go, I'm just constantly getting compliments on it. And even though it's long, it has done well as an everyday wig. I know y'all probably like, yeah, right. But it's definitely one that, you know, as the ends kind of get worn, you can keep trimming her up if you want. You can definitely wash a synthetic wig if you're trying to save some coins. Okay, I have shown you guys over the years how to do that. I will leave a link to my old video up here if we need to, you know, redo a how to bounce back a synthetic wig update. Then we can do that. Just let me know in the comments if that's what you want to see, and we can definitely, you know, bounce back an old wig. This video gonna be long, sis. So just, you know, if this ain't the time, watch it later. But it's going to be long. Another reason I have not filmed any wigs in a while is because, you guys, like I said, life has been lifing. Not to mention, I have gained over 30 pounds. And I don't feel like my old self. I'm tired all the time, sis. And I got to get this weight off of me because I feel like it's overtaking me. And I got to get on top of this situation. So I feel like my face is so round. I look so different. And so I haven't wanted to put a camera in my face. But I'm like, y'all my peeps, we like this. Y'all understand. So here I am, a little chunky and all. The wig that I have on is by Sensational, y'all. This is the wig. It's a 13 by 6 frontal. It's unit 8. It is from their Bare Lace line. So this is what the box is going to look like. It's a glueless lace wig. This one is the color Secret Highlight Buttery Blonde. Now, the one I have on, you guys, is Secret Highlight Platinum. Now, as you can see, you know, I thought platinum, I was thinking it was going to have a secret highlight of like silver or possibly platinum blonde, but it didn't say platinum blonde, so I was thinking silver. And it does have secret highlight of silver. But let me show y'all, because it's not as silvery or gray as I was expecting it to be. And if y'all know me, I don't like gray wigs, so you will hardly ever see me review them on my channel because I'm not there yet. My whole natural hair is a head full of gray hair, so I just don't want my wig gray too. Because my gray hair be fighting me. I can't color it. When I try to color it, be like, yeah, okay, sis, you tried it. Now, go on about your business. So my gray hair will not, it won't turn black when I try to color it. Now, I haven't tried professionally because why? I already know I'm going to throw a wig on it. So I just gave up. I let it win that round. We'll fight that battle some other time. I was thinking that this was going to have that it was going to be like black and grays, and it was going to be all, you know, a nice little blend or whatever. But y'all, let me show y'all the platinum in this wig. First of all, let me get a view of 360 because I don't even know if you're going to be able to see it in the back. But this is it to the side. And like I said, I did cut this one, so you'll be able to see the other one. This is the back. This is the other side. Okay, now, and this wig is starting to get, you know, kind of very worn, and I probably need to wash it if I'm going to continue to keep it. But, okay, y'all see that? There go yo platinum. Like, you don't even see it for real. Very, like, it's hardly nothing in there. And that was kind of disappointing because I was thinking that a dress that I wore, I went to my girlfriend's 60th, I told y'all a little earlier, 60th birthday party. She had a white party. And I was thinking, ooh, I can grab that wig. It's got that platinum in it. And it's going to really set off my white. So that's why I said I was a little disappointed. Because here goes some of the pics of me from the party. I got so many compliments, y'all. I love that dress. I got that dress actually from Macy's. And I started off with it with some metallic heels. And then I also found these rhinestone tennies. And it was perfect for like doing all the electric slides and dancing and everything without your feet hurting. Y'all, when I tell y'all a time was had, a time was had. And I felt really pretty. Although, like I said, I'm a little thickums now. But I felt really pretty that day. My husband wasn't feeling well, but he insisted that I get out and go ahead and go. And so I went to the party, y'all. When I tell y'all, I was so lonely without him there. Like, not having my dance partner there, my other best friend, my best half. It was just really lonely. But, you know, hey, I made it do what it do. I just danced with myself. I pretended like I was slow dancing with him. And I still had a great time celebrating my best friend who absolutely deserves to be celebrated. So, yeah, y'all, that happened. So that was me getting out for the first time in, I can't even tell y'all how long. Even though this hair has some platinum in it, see that? I can still wear it daily. It's not like overwhelming or anything. And I absolutely love this wig. So I'm so happy to be bringing it to y'all. Oh, let me just say this too. I am on call today. I'm on call for 24 hours. This is the weekend. It's a Saturday. So I started call at 7 a.m. and I'm on call until 7 a.m. Sunday morning. For those of you who don't know, first of all, hi, my name is Weezy, but I am a registered nurse. My specialty is the operating room. I've been a registered nurse in the operating room, child, since Moses roamed the earth, for what, over 22 years now. I've been a nurse for over 33 years. Oh my gosh, I've worn so many hats as a nurse. That's what I love about this profession. Like, if you get bored, if you get tired of something, like, there are so many other avenues that you can break off into. And I have been blessed to be able to do just that. I've been an ICU nurse for over 10 years. I'm one of those people, I always like have my main nursing job and then I also have a side gig. So I've gotten to experience a lot of different types of nursing because I've always had like 2 jobs, because sis likes collecting her bags and making her money, okay? These kids got to eat. So not only have I done the OR, I've done ICU for several years. I've been a liver transplant coordinator. I've been nurse manager, a nurse assistant manager. I've been the charge nurse in the OR. I've been a case manager, a utilization review nurse. I've done telehealth nursing, like on a kids line, where you call when your child gets sick and you're trying to determine, do you take them to the emergency room or can you wait to see the doctor, that kind of thing. Let's see. What other kind of nursing? I've worked in the cath lab, interventional radiology. Oh my gosh, I just love my career. I love being able to make a difference and being able to help people when they are at their worst, where they can't help themselves and they need somebody advocating and looking out for them. Man, that just brings me so much joy. I feel like God called me to this and I'm being an extension of him to bless others. So that's why I love nursing. There's no other career that I would want to do that would be as fulfilling as the career that I've been blessed with. If you're ever considering nursing, let me just say, y'all, now don't get it twisted. I've been an OR trauma nurse for many years. Like, you will see things that you cannot unsee, okay? You gonna do things that you really didn't want to do, sis. You're like, oh, this is so disgusting. But somebody needs your help. So, you know, you gonna help. So if you're not about that life, I'm like, the only thing that really grosses me out, like, sometimes people ask me, what kind of surgeries do you not like doing? The only type of surgery that I really don't like doing is like eye surgery. Lord Jesus. When I see like somebody sticking little sharp needles and blades in your eye, oh my God, that grosses me out. Now, you want to cut a chest open, we gonna pump a heart, we need to repair a limb that's hanging off, back together all the pieces from somebody blowing themselves up from making fireworks to motorcycle accidents. Oh God, I hate motorcycles, just FYI. Let me say less. I hate motorcycles. Anytime I see somebody on a motorcycle, I literally start praying in tongues for them. Like, seriously, I'm praying for you. If you pass by me on a motorcycle, I will be praying for you, period. I hate those things. I've had so many patients from motorcycle accidents. But yeah, if you want to do something like innovative, gory, whatever, I'm your girl. Like, that's I love that. I love being able to help put people back together as best we can. But if you want to start poking around in somebody's eye, deuces, I'm up. So yeah, so I love my career, but if you like that kind of stuff, then this might be the job for you. But if you're just looking, oh, nurses make so much money, and you think you're just gonna go to school and just collect a bag, this is not that, okay? This is not that. Because, yeah, it ain't all, you know, like, I don't care what people showing you on social media, how they making $1 trillion, and they wearing their cute little tight scrubs, they got their hair did, everything did. You're going to get dirty and get involved in some things if you're really doing what you're supposed to be doing, which is making a difference and helping somebody. So, yeah, don't get it twisted. Don't get twisted by what you see on social media, because it is not all what they showing you. Like, they not showing you, because of HIPAA, we can't really show you for real what we be doing. But just know that if you want to get in there and really help, then this may be the profession for you. All right, I'm done with that. Where have I been? Child, I've been taking care of my husband of 23 plus years. I love that man. That man has been so good to me and his children. And, you know, I meant that whole till death do us part thing. And I don't play about that. In case you are not aware, and the only reason why I'm even sharing this with you guys is because, you know, me and my husband, we like to share our story in order to help someone else. So, yeah, I'm gonna try to get through this. She's not gonna cry. But, my husband, in case y'all didn't know, had been diagnosed with prostate cancer. And my husband has always been like the pillar of health. Like, he ate right, he exercised, he would get physicals every year at the doctor. Just, you know, he was about that life. Okay. Now me, on the other hand, but that's neither here nor there. But my husband, you know, he took very good care of himself. He's worked for the railroad for many, many years. So he's always been very physically fit, and just in good health, y'all, for real, for real. Well, when the pandemic happened, he wasn't able, this was back in 2020, 2021, he wasn't able to get his regular annual checkups because they weren't seeing patients who were healthy. They would only see you if you were ill. And so a couple of years went by where he was not able to get his annual checkup. And then when we were finally able to get in to get his checkup, now mind you, he had no symptoms. We had no idea anything was going on. He gets his annual checkup from our primary care physician, who we've had for many, many years, over the whole course of our marriage, actually. But, and it comes back with the results of his PSA being elevated. And the PSA is what tells you, you know, hey, you might have some prostate issues going on here. So we, you know, got the PSA. It was very elevated. I want to say it was like 46 at the time. And a normal PSA is like 3 or less. So we were very elevated. So our doctor was very concerned. He sent us to, you know, we had to get a he sent us to the urologist and all, which is a surgeon who specializes in urology and prostates and things. But anyway, so we had to get a biopsy. We got a biopsy and it came back that he had prostate cancer. So we wound up having to do a radical prostatectomy surgical procedure. And this was back in 2021. And so we did that and thought that we had gotten all the cancer. It was just in like one lymph node. But anyway, you know, we thought that we had pretty much gotten everything but that little bit. So the plan was we were going to do radiation therapy. They would target, because with radiation, they can target specific areas, and we would, you know, get the radiation, be able to zap, you know, just make sure everything was good, because it, you know, we thought that it had not spilled out from the prostate area. So anyway, we get the radiation, and, you know, he's back to work. You know, we going through, y'all. We going through trying, you know, we praying, we being warriors, we're being in good spirits, all of that. And then, you know, that's when everything was good, but I'm like, okay, you only live once. We put our youngest baby in college, and this was the following year in 2022. And I was like, okay, I'm going to, you know, I always wanted to try travel nursing. My husband was like, hey, this is the time. You go out, you live your dreams. Let's do it, you know, what we've always talked about doing. And I wanted to travel around just so we could, like, experience different places and be able to see, like, where do we want to retire? And there was so much more than just our being in, we live in Missouri, than just experiencing things in Missouri. Now, you guys, when I decided to be a traveler, the first place I wanted to go, point blank and period, was Florida. Because we go to Florida at least 4 times a year on vacation. Okay, so I was like, I want to experience Florida as a Floridian and not just be a visitor. So that was the first place I wanted to go and travel. Baby, when I tell you, I had such an awesome time in Florida. The people were beautiful. I made so many beautiful friends there. I absolutely love every last one of them to this day, y'all. And they just loved on me. They were so good to me. I loved my assignment. Everything was great. My husband could come down when he was off work. He would stay with me. We would, you know, just experience Florida, and it was just, oh, I cannot say enough nice things about it, y'all. It was so much more than what I ever expected it to be. So we did that. We had a great time. You all, I was in Florida. If you were following me, I was posting about it the whole time, doing reviews from there, doing all kind of things, y'all. Even bought me a little beach tent. I showed y'all how to set that all up and y'all hung out on the beach with me for a day. I was at the beach literally every single weekend for a year. But, oh my God, rain, shine, even cold weather, like snowy weather. I didn't care. I was like, the beach beats the muddy Mississippi and Missouri River, so I'm going to the beach every single weekend. That's what I signed up for. That's why I'm doing this. So anyway, we had an awesome time in Florida, you guys. And after I left Florida, my husband started getting a little, you know, things started taking a turn. He started getting a little bit more sick. So then I got an assignment closer to home, which I was only like a little over an hour from home. And I was actually at the college town where both of my girls were at the university going to school at. That was such an awesome assignment because they were living on campus, but they had their mom right there when they wanted to come eat, when they wanted to do laundry, whatever. They was constantly, you know, at my apartment. But I also let them, you know, to live their little college experience or whatever. And I was literally only 1 hour down the road from my home. So I could also just be right there to check on my husband every day off, whatever. He could come up and be with me. Everything was absolutely wonderful. And that really helped with being able to get to doctor's appointments and that kind of thing. So, you know, we tried some like immunotherapies to try to help with the cancer. We tried some clinical trials, or a clinical trial, and then things started, like the cancer started getting around these treatments that were supposed to, you know, help. So then we got to the point where the cancer got around things, and we're no longer, and I'm just kind of breaking this down and making it real simple, you guys, but we were no longer at the point where they say we could be cured. Now, mind you, I serve a God that's all about healing and curing. So if he say so, then it's just a wrap. But we got to the point where, you know, things were getting, you know, a little worse. So we needed to try chemotherapy. So we started chemotherapy, and my husband's been doing chemo now since for the last 7 months. And we were told, you know, like when the chemotherapy started, that it was supposed to help slow things down. It wouldn't be a cure. So then in the meantime, as we're doing chemotherapy, you know, it has been a total and complete battle, y'all. Like, chemo is no joke. It has literally, like, had us on the ropes so many times. But God keeps just like pulling us through. For one point, it was like every time my husband got chemotherapy, the very next week we would be in the hospital. Then he would, you know, they would give him a break for a week. We'd get chemo again, right back in the hospital. Like, the side effects were just horrific for him. But he was just like battling and fighting his heart out, you guys. And I just praise God that he was so healthy when all of this started, because if he was not in good shape when this started, I don't think he would still be here today. Like, he has been a pillar of strength. He has tried to continue to work on the railroad and going through all this, till one day it just got so bad. I was like, you know what? You're done. And if I need to call your boss to tell him you're done, then that's what we're going to do. But you either pick up that phone and you let these people know you are not coming back, or I will do it. Like, he was so, my husband is so about his family, and he's going to do whatever he can do to make sure we're taken care of. And it got to the point where I was like, honey, no, like, you have been awesome to us. You have done everything you are supposed to do. And now it's time for us to help you. So literally, I had to make this man call and say that he couldn't do it anymore. You know, I'm like, child, don't even, yeah. So finally got him to go out on FMLA, and, you know, so that we can continue to battle. So literally after he went out on the FMLA and we started the chemo, and we're just battling with this chemo, and there was many times where I thought, you know, he wasn't going to be, like, oh my God, like, really, like, God, for real, like, do something. If you say so, it's just a wrap. This cancer has tested our faith in every way, shape, and form. Ooh, child, it has really been a faith tester. But when I tell you my husband's faith is strong, he ain't trying to hear what, you know, I mean, we hear it, we respond accordingly, but then we know that God is in the midst of working and carrying us through whatever it is that we have to go through. because we truly feel like this is bigger than us, and we're going through this to be able to share our story and to be able to help somebody else, because we're not the only ones going through this. And you need to know that, like, you know, you're not alone. Like, that's the biggest thing when we hear other people's testimony, and just hearing how we're not alone. Like, there's an old man that comes to the hospital now. My husband, he gets chemo once every 3rd week. And then in between that 3-week period, we have to go to the hospital 3 times a week in order to get treatment and IV fluids, because he gets so dehydrated. And so when we go, and praise God, I'm so happy that I have the kind of job that allows me the flexibility to be able to work 12-hour shifts, so that I can make my schedule around when he needs to go to either chemo treatments, whatever treatments the doctor has requested, and then all of these visits to receive IV fluids and different medications we need by IV, that I can take him and be there with him, because I refuse to let him go through this by himself. We're not doing that. It breaks my heart when I have patients that have no family or no family members there with them supporting them. Now, I don't know their family dynamics and all of that, but I just, you know, I just try to love on them extra hard and help them extra hard, because it is no joke being ill and you don't have a support system. And I'm not judging anybody. Everybody has, you know, people got to work. They got kids to take care of. All that. I get it. Like, everybody don't have the flexibility to be able to work around things the way that I can work around things. So sometimes you may want to be there and you just simply can't because of your responsibilities, you know. So it just is what it is. But what I'm saying is, there's no way I'm letting him go through all the stuff and I'm not there with him to support him and to get the information that's needed and be just making sure that things are done appropriately. Because, you know, sis not only gonna advocate for some strangers, but she definitely coming for you with her husband. Okay, I'm definitely advocating for whatever. So anyway, we go and get those treatments every 3 times a week, every week. And it's a older gentleman there that comes. He's a volunteer, and he comes and he just comes in, you know, talks to people. He shares his story. He encourages them to let them know that, hey, you know, I've been through this, that, and the other. God has pulled me through. I'm still here telling my story. I mean, it's just so beautiful. I'm just like, and it's like when you see him, it just makes your day to see him, because you already know, like, he coming with a smile. He's coming to encourage. And it's just, oh my gosh. Let me just say, if you are an oncology provider, I don't care if it's a nurse, a doctor, a patient care tech, a aide in any kind of way, whatever, God bless you. Man, y'all are the absolute best. Because although I'm a nurse, I don't, like, everybody has their own specialties. Oncology is not my specialty. So this cancer has taught me so many things that I had no idea about. Like, no idea. And it's all because of those loving providers that are loving on you, giving you the information you need. And it's like, look, you going through this, these side effects, those side effects, don't suffer. Call us. We have medications. We have other things you can do. Like, don't suffer alone. We can help you through the suffering to make it more comfortable. And when I tell you that's just what they do, I'm constantly on that phone. Hey, we ain't did this. This is happening. What can we take for that? Like, I have learned so much. I can't even tell y'all. So I'm not going to let him be there by himself. And I was so thankful when he finally, you know, realized when he needed to take our help, the help from me and the kids and just, you know, take a break. So, yeah. So we've been doing the chemo for the past 7 months. Now we're at the point where we got, you know, recently more news that, you know, things are not responding the way that we want them to respond, actually kind of going in the opposite direction. And so we're going to have to try a different treatment because cancer is very smart. And once it learns what you're doing, it'll find a way around that. And so we knew that, like I said, this was to buy us time until the, you know, cancer cells figured out like what we were doing and, oh, okay, let's try to get around that. Unfortunately, our cancer has gone from prostate cancer to it's mutated into, you know, another type of cancer. So now we're battling 2 types of cancer because cancer can change from one thing to another thing. And so that's what's happened to us. So now, not only do we have the prostate cancer situation, but we also have it has mutated into small cell carcinoma, which is very aggressive, like very, very aggressive. And so it's not responding to the chemo the way that we needed the chemo to work anymore. So now we're at a point where we're going to have to get into either another clinical trial, because we've been in one clinical trial. We've been in immunotherapy. So now our next step is either we find another clinical trial or we try with this other treatment that I'm getting ready to learn more about when we go to the doctor in the next couple weeks, called Pluvicto. And that's done by a radiation oncologist. So it's another type of radiation procedure. So I just want to say all that to say that we're still battling. That's why you guys haven't seen me, because literally every day off, I'm at somebody's hospital. We go to 3 different hospitals to receive our care. Just because based off of the particular treatments that we need. Like one hospital may not have it on a certain day, so we have to go to a different hospital. So we're doing that. So I just really have not had time to be able to make the videos. And then when I do have time, child, I'm so tired. I just want to sleep or, as you can tell, eat. But, yeah, so that's how life has been lifing for us. Our children, like, you know, I'm just trying to keep them going, trying to keep all the balls in the air and not let anybody fall. It's like, you know, we all do good and then somebody will drop a little bit and we have to build that person back up. And, you know, God always turns around and blesses us somehow. For them to have exciting things happening in their life as they're learning to adult and get out here and, you know, make life happen for themselves with school and working and everything. So we've had to make a lot of, you know, financial changes with my husband not working anymore and now being, you know, on disability and everything. So it's just been a lot. It's been a lot that my family has gone through, but we're so blessed. Let me just tell y'all, God is still in the blessing business. You hear me? Because he is, what's the word I'm trying to, sustaining us through all of this. Like if it was not, there's no way we could go through all this and not have God in the center of our lives. Like I don't know how people do that. If you don't believe God is real, you go through something like this, like he shows up every day. Like there's no doubt in my mind, none, that there is a God and that he does care for us. And you know, yeah. So we're going to stay prayed up. We're going to keep you know, battling this cancer. We're going to keep kicking it in the butt. And, you know, God's going to have his way. He's going to have his way. And we're going to have the victory. And we're going to continue to share our story in order to encourage and help others. So with that said, let me just tell y'all, if you have men in your life, and I know you do, who are 45 plus, and especially if they are men of color, if they are African American, please have that man go get his prostate checked. Encourage him. If you got to grab him by the hand and take him yourself. Because prostate cancer is a cancer that if you can get on it and discover it early, it doesn't have to get to the point that we're at. It can be cured. But you got to find it early. So, like I said, if you have men who are 45 or older, just ask them, hey, have you had your prostate checked? Yes, it might be an uncomfortable conversation, but you're going to be more uncomfortable if he's battling cancer. Okay? So love him enough to get him to that doctor. And let me tell y'all, you know, back in the day, they grab them by the testicles, make them cough, do all that kind of stuff. No, this is a blood test. All they got to do is get some blood drawn to check their prostate levels. Their S as in Sam, A. I'll put it on the bottom of the screen so you know what you're saying to them. But they need to have their PSA checked. Okay? Make them go. Make them get it checked. Because it is a silent killer of black men. And like I said, well, my husband didn't have not one symptom. No painful urination, no slowing of the stream to pee, nothing. No signs of him even having a problem. Okay? So get that man there. Make sure he gets checked. I don't care if it's your daddy, your uncle, your brother, your granddaddy. If you love them enough, get them there and remind them. Stay on them to get that PSA checked. Okay? It is so important. And it's just a simple blood draw. That's all. That's it. That's all. So like I said, we're going to continue to beat our little drum, to remind people to do that. And I pray that you hear me and that you have the men in your lives, you remind them to get it done. Or you even make them aware that it needs to be done. Okay? And stay on them till they get it done. It's just like women with mammograms. Okay? So, love them enough to get them there. All right, y'all. Let's check out this wig. So that's what's been happening with me. And y'all, look, before we check out the wig, the other thing that and I'm just going to be totally transparent with y'all. The other thing that I've been struggling with is just knowing, like, my purpose in life. Like, I'm 59 now. Gonna be 60 next year, God willing. Woo-hoo! I ain't mad about it. It's a whole bunch of people ain't made it to 59. So, I praise God for that. But I'm really battling, like, okay, what's the next steps for me? Like, what do I do next? What's my purpose in life anymore? Yeah, that's what I'm battling. So I'm trying to, you know, figure that out. I try to stay prayed up. I try to, you know, read my Bible. I recently have gotten back into, you know, using my planners and stuff. And because I got so much going on, it's like I need to plan things out and be able to say, okay, you know, on this day we got to be here. On that day we got to be there. So I've been, like, you know, doing my little decorative planning and stuff, where I can kind of, this is my one for the month of June, so I haven't started it all the way yet, but just so I can kind of be able to see at a quick glance what we need to do, where we need to be. You know, I got so much going on. I get forgetful, and I tracking here, like all of our bills, making sure, okay, did I pay this bill? Did I pay that bill? I'm just, you know, been trying to incorporate my planner back into everything. So I might do some videos soon on just showing you guys how I decorate my planner and how I plan things out. If that's something you want to see, let me know in the comments, and I'm happy to film that content and get it out to you as well. Like I said, my biggest hurdle has been because I've gained so much weight. I haven't really wanted to have a camera in front of me, but I have been donating every month to Weight Watchers. And I say donating because I signed up, but I hadn't been doing it, okay? I'm planning on kind of incorporating Weight Watchers with alternative day fasting. So if you guys follow Brittany from the Hearts and Cake 90, and she's I Fancy Cupcake on Instagram. So I follow Brittany. Oh my gosh, she has this whole alternative fasting thing down. She's lost over 60 pounds, I think, over the last year. She is looking fantastic. So I'm going to be doing that. I don't know if I'll be sharing that or if I'll just come back and be like, bam, I got it together. So we'll see. We'll see what kind of videos I make with that. I don't want to get too overwhelmed because, like I said, we're still battling this cancer. So I don't want to promise you a whole bunch of things and then can't deliver. As you can see, I purchased all these wigs that I was planning to share with you guys. And you know what my biggest thing is now? It's like I have so many of them to where it's almost overwhelming because I don't know what you guys will want to see. So what I may do is start on the community tab, like putting up a few wigs and having you guys tell me which one you want to see next. Because I'm just so behind with getting all these reviewed. And the crazy thing is, you guys, it's like I can't even wear these wigs because I want to share them with y'all first. So I really need to get on the ball with, even if it's just a quick 3-minute review where I show you the cap and then I show you what it looks like after I install it. I got to start putting this camera back in front of my face so that I can share these things with you guys and then I can wear them. Okay, I think that's kind of all of the life stuff that I want to say. I also got a lot of tips and tricks that I want to share with y'all that I've been finding with these wigs. Oh my God. And one of them is these True Frontal wigs by Outre. Child. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. When I tell y'all, I have ripped the lace on 4 of them wigs, like right out the box. I just want to tell y'all about those things. Like, I love the wigs. I love the widow peaks, the hairlines, how pre-plucked they are. Now they got a new one that's called Peak Edge. So I got one of those so that I can show y'all. But it's like I'm so scared to wear them wigs and review them because I feel like every time I touch the lace, they rip. And ain't nobody got money to be wasting like that. But I love the wigs. That I don't know, it's a battle. And back in the day, like when I'm one of them people who are what they call heavy-handed. Like when I do hair, yes I am, and I be trying to be gentle and soft. And even when my girls were like growing up and I had to do hair, whew, my youngest baby was so tender-headed, it didn't make no, like I hated combing her hair because she would just see the comb and the brush and start crying. It was a whole battle, child. But I don't know if I'm heavy-handed with my wigs, and if that's the problem, if it's a me problem, or if it's a manufacturing problem, I don't know. But it's like you have to handle those wigs with such soft gloves. It's just not even funny. So I'm just throwing that out there to say, if you're getting True Frontal wigs, just know that lace is a different kind of lace. Yeah, so we'll talk about it as I start reviewing those. I'm gonna be scared when I review them with y'all, just trying to get them over my dome without, because the lace always tears. I have like I only have one that I put it on and the lace like ripped right down the middle. The other ones, the lace like tears on the, like on the ear tabs. When I'm putting it on, it'll just go and just rip. So I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Sensational Barelace. I love Barelace. And I do also love the perfect hairline lines of Outre still. That lace is good lace. But that true frontal lace, I think they tried to get a little too fancy or something. I don't know. We'll talk about it. But anyway, I love Sensational Barelace. And let me just show y'all. Let's get into this review. I'll show you the cap construction, and then this video is already so long, so I'll just get it on my head and then let you guys see the difference between fresh out of the box and then, like I said, this one that I have worn for almost 2 weeks every single day. Okay, and as you can see, this thing is still in good shape. Still in good shape. All right, y'all, let's go.
Girl, was tired of hearing the same song. And girl, my light was starting to fade without you around. But then you came along bringing something new. Showed the kind of vibe that I never knew. I want you here by my side. It took a little time, but the magic grew. I didn't see it then, now I see the truth. Girl, I realize, I think I'm falling. I think I'm falling into something special. Into something special, babe. I think I'm falling. Never saw it coming. Got just something special. Girl, I think I'm falling in love. Yeah, I think I'm falling in love. Yeah. Girl, what you want, you can have it. You can have it, you can have it, you can have it, girl. Oh, it's wherever you wanna go. I can take you there. When you come around and I see you move, you get me in a trance like no one could. I want you here by my side. It took a little time, but the magic grew. I didn't see it then, now I see the truth. And girl, I realize, I think I'm falling. I think I'm falling into something special. Into something special, babe. I think I'm falling. Never saw it coming. Got just something special. Girl, I think I'm falling in love. I think I'm falling in love. I think I'm falling. I think I'm falling into something special, into something special, babe. I think I'm falling, never saw it coming. God, you're something special, girl. I think I'm falling in love. I think I'm falling in love. Yeah. I think I'm falling in love.
gon' learn my lesson.
Okay, y'all, I ain't gonna keep you much longer. Let's wrap up this review. Oh my gosh. So again, this is by Sensational. It's from their Barelace line. It is a 13x6 lace frontal. They call it unit number 8. And this is the stock card. Now, it doesn't tell me on the stock card, you guys, how long this is, because I keep trying to get all of it in the frame so you can see it, and it's just so long I can't. So I'm guessing that this wig is probably about a 28 to 30 inch wig. And when you saw my first one that I had already been wearing for almost 2 weeks, the reason that I cut it was not that the ends were getting raggedy, but it was so long that I just wanted to make it a little bit shorter for wearing it at work. And I love the Barelace line, as y'all can see. Like, I got like every wig to be able to show y'all in chronological order. I just hadn't done it yet. So I have actually wigs number 1 through number 17 is what I have to review for you. So just let me know in the comment if there's a particular number you want to see right away, a unit number that you want to see right away. I'm happy to pull that one out and review it first. But the claims for the Barelace line is that it is, like I said, 13x6 frontal. It is 20% larger grid pattern on the lace, 40% thinner lace. It shows more skin compared to other generic lace. It dissipates light for a non-reflective matte finish. It has stronger reinforced tear-resistant lace fiber. They might want to let Outre know about that for them dang on true frontal wigs. But this is where it shows you like the difference between regular HD transparent lace and the Barelace Barelace type of lace. They also claim that it's a clean pre-plucked Barelace lace area with baby hairs, and that's supposed to save you time and effort. And I must say it is pretty good pre-pluckedness. You can definitely go in there and pluck it some more. It's supposed to have thinner, lighter lace for more transparent melting on the skin. And the wig cap is a breathable mesh cap with a wide band and silicone lining for a secure glueless install. And when you saw when I was showing you the inner part of the wig, I was showing you that silicone line that goes all the way around. It was that shiny black line that goes all the way around, and that's supposed to be able to help you wear it glueless. And I like it because, you know, like back here in the back where you pull your wig down at, and it's got that comb in the back, you can use that comb, but also that silicone piece there helps it to stick to the nape of your neck, helps your wig stay down on the nape of your neck. So this wig is also heat safe from 350 to 400 degrees, and it's supposed to be 100% premium fiber. And then finally, the secret highlights are hidden highlight strands behind the ears that are visible with hair movement. And that is true. You don't even see these things because see how they're behind your ear? So I guess if I were to throw my hair back or something, then you would see it. But otherwise, you don't even notice those secret highlights in here. They definitely a secret. But as you can see, this wig, it does come in 9 different specialty colors for you guys, as well as, you know, your standard 1, 1B, 2 colors. And then this again is what they're saying, the difference between HD lace, transparent lace, and then the Barelace lace here. So, and I must say, I love this line of wigs. I like the lace on it. I've had no problems with it. I haven't ripped one, nothing. So, this is my review on the Barelace Unit 8 wig by Sensational. All right, guys. Please let me know in the comments if there's anything that you guys want to see from me. I will try to get to it. I'll keep in touch with you on the community tab to kind of take a poll to see what wigs you want to see next. And I pray that you guys are blessed. Everybody, so many of us, life is lifing. So all I can tell you guys is hang on to your faith. Like, without God, none of this is possible. Hold on to your faith. Stay strong. Stay prayed up. And keep it moving. Keep it moving. Ain't nobody got time to sit down and get depressed. We're not doing that. Okay? All right, you guys. I love you to pieces. I pray for you all the time. Thank you guys for continuing to hang with me, to root for me, to encourage me. I thank you for all your prayers, all the kindness that you show me. It is so appreciated. And I thank you for just hanging in there and continuing to be a Weezette. I love you guys to pieces. Be blessed. And remember, sis, what I always say. To show somebody a little piece of heaven today. This is Weezy, the sexy grandma 2K. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye, guys. Love you to pieces. Be blessed.
Keep my hand